Greetings everyone, hey, thank you for joining me and Happy New Year, Happy 2019. Cancer, this is your January reading. So as I say, thank you for joining me, a warm welcome and namaste. We are using one card from this John Holland deck and it's going to be a background energy that is going to be kind of there for the year for you. So it's all about focusing in on this card, drawing in its messages, working with them to make it the best possible. Like it's an insight and it's an awareness, and when we have insight and awareness around us, we can direct situations and we can learn from them with more ease, and we can change outcomes a little bit better. We will then use 4 cards from the Morgan Greer Tarot and then 1 angel as well. Now before we start, I did some intuitive work for you and I came up with this mantra. You can use the mantra for the month or even for longer depending on what you feel like. So you guys received this and it says, I speak up for myself. I claim my power now. You also got the number 12, which is the same number vibration as this year of 2019. You got the colour blue and the word communication. And then I got this other little bit that said, feel the love within situations and yourself. So it feels as though focusing on you and being strong and holding strength for the year. So whether that's from emotional perspective or whether it's from physical or spiritual, each of you will feel that differently, I'm sure. So let's start with the shuffling for Cancer. Oh, that one was a jumper, and I don't get jumpers very often, so I'm going to leave it out there. I'm still going to pick a card from the 12th one down, but it looks like you're going to get an extra one in. So let's do the shuffling. So this is for Cancer. And we will take from the 12th card down and then see what that jumper is sitting in the corner, because I don't get them very often, and I tend to think when they do that there is a message within it. So who am I to change the path of the course of something? It matters not. Okay, so from the 12th card down, so it's the number 3, it's the 3 of Swords. In essence, it's heartache and loss. And let's see what this one is over here. And it's number 10, Destiny, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And that is indeed a major card because it's a major arcana. So I'm wondering if the two of them are paired up together. See, if we had have only got the heartache and loss, you might have missed half of the message. So the Destiny card is a very, very bigger perspective on life. It's a bigger picture. It takes us way out into the cosmos, and it takes us beyond our perceptions of understanding. Quite often when the major arcanas are out, the timing is from the universe, not necessarily us, and oftentimes when that happens we feel a little bit discombobulated or a little bit out of control, because more often than not we as humans want to be the controllers of timing. So I'm just going to look for a lovely little heart to put on this here, because I love to give it some positive energy vibration. I'll just move that a little bit. Good luck and fortune are now in your favour. A cycle of change, success and growth is imminent. Life ebbs and flows in its natural journey, and the Destiny card signifies that good karma has come full circle. Lady Luck is pointing directly at you. What you sowed, you are about to reap. Open up your heart and accept and receive what you've earned. Opportunities, whether expected or unexpected, are knocking at your door. This is a time to allow your problems to be replaced by solutions. Believe in destiny as you learn to let go of old issues. You're being given the chance to understand the lessons and gain the wisdom from the past, enabling you to move steadily forward in a positive direction. Holding on to a strong belief that you deserve to be happy and prosperous and have abundance in all areas of your life is the key. This confident mindset will show you that the impossible can indeed become the possible. With this card, take advantage of all opportunities. Act now, take responsibility for your actions, and enjoy the fact that destiny is presently in your favour. Don't always rely on luck, however, for the wheel most definitely will turn again. So it is a really positive card, and it is a big card with a big wheel that is turning. So there's the opportunity for you, and if this is the first card, remember, that jumped out, and this is that background year energy card, your year could have some really amazing turns of luck or turns of destiny, unexpected in your life. Now, given that the Three of Swords is the one that was the 12th card down, and that's called heartache and loss, it could be around areas of your life where emotions are concerned, and there's a possibility that events or situations or possibly even people may disappoint you one way or another, and you may be going, really? You're joking. How has this happened? Why me? You know, the victim feeling. But there's a bigger picture behind it. There's something that needed to happen if there's a feeling of heartache and loss for you. And remember too, I got the word blue and communication. And this card is all blue. And it's the Swords card. And it's always about communication as well. And it said, feel the love within situations and yourself. It also said, I speak up for myself. I claim my power now. So if there's anyone in your life that for any reason is creating, as I said, this kind of feeling of heartache or feeling of suppression or, you know, stamping you out one way or another, or causing discommunication or disharmony, or as if you don't feel worthy, now is the time to stand up and be heard. Stand up and for your rights in particular. Stand up and feel the love. Stand up and accept it. Yes, we all go through times where we feel some heartache and loss, and sometimes this can be things such as a divorce or a separation of a romantic partner, or friends that move town and they leave. You know, sometimes it's not a falling out of love, it's just that they're gone. Sometimes this could even indicate the passing over of someone and you miss them. It can also reference even pets if you like. But more often than not too, when the Three of Swords turns up, there is the ability to work through a painful situation with mediation and communication. And in doing that, you can clear the air, you can clarify the situation, you can turn the relationship around, and it can be worked on. So it's not always about just giving up hope and accepting some sort of like, oh well, that's it, there's nothing else I can do. It's whether or not you want to let it go, and if you do, let it go and take the Destiny card. If you don't want to let something go, then use your words and communicate. And that way something will move, something will shift, and something will be resolved. Hey guys, you will notice if you've been watching the video from the start that I left a little kind of message that just said I had some technological problems back there. My camera didn't record everything. Well, while I was making the video up, I suddenly realized, gosh, I'm actually missing half of your recording. So luckily I have remembered the cards that came out, and I'm not inclined to want to go through and reshuffle them again and pull new cards for you, because these were your cards that arrived. So I'm going to redo the reading from here on in. These are the cards and they're in the order that they came. It's just that you won't see me shuffling them. So do have faith in me and that I'm not just picking random cards here. These were your cards. I do remember them, but I cannot recall everything that I said, because when I'm talking it's just very much whatever's flowing at the time. So we'll proceed with your reading. You've also got the angel card at the end of this, which I also recall which one it was. So we'll just carry on working from here on in. We start with the Ace of Cups, which of course is a beautiful card. Everyone loves to see an ace in their reading. And I think one of the first things that I mentioned was I'm only about 6 readings in, and so far I think 4 or 5 aces have already appeared. And I tend to think that's quite synchronistic, or, you know, sort of more like oh, cosmic energy thing, given that we are on the cusp of this brand new year and all these aces turn up. As I say, I can go for a very long time without aces, and yet there's so many of them turning up, and they're not all the same ace either. I did also mention that these can be represented as the first, second, third, fourth week, if you like it that way, but I don't hold timing to a strict adherence in my readings. They are quite easily flow with timing, so there's no set agenda here, but if you feel as though the cards are working that way, then just go with it. So you have an ace, the 8 of Pentacles, a major arcana, the Temperance, and the 2 of Pentacles. Now these 2 cards down here at this end talk to us a little bit about balance. So there's a message coming through here for you guys about bringing balance into your life one way or another, and having a sort of a think about that and what it means to you individually. Coming back to that Ace of Cups, it is a truly beautiful one to start with. It looks adorable. It looks like, you know, there's this warmth, this companionship, this ease, this generosity, this spiritual glow to the card. The love is coming from the spirit or the heart, because it's a Cups card, so it connects with our emotions. We feel this intensity of passion and love when this card is in the air. But it also comes to us from the cloud, so it's saying it's not quite formed yet, so it's still in the process of presenting itself to you. It may change, it may take a while to come, it may ebb and flow while it's on its way. It can come to you in many different perspectives. For some of you it can be the love of a new partnership coming in, like a romantic partnership. For others it might be a new love that's not necessarily romantic, but something that you're deeply passionate about or become totally connected to. So it could be a very special friend coming. It could be a new family member joining you, such as a baby or a new pet even. It can be the formation of a brand new business between people or partnerships that turns out to just be an amazing, supportive, positive formation. So many different opportunities when this ace is in the air. This is also the lotus flower down here, and it can represent a very fertile time. So pregnancies can be conceived when this Ace of Cups is around. It can also be fertility of ideas, just the concepts of new ideas and thoughts and progress and movement. There is a degree of spirituality with the cup, so some of you may feel this kind of like connection to the celestial realm, to the angelics, to the high vibration, to the light language codes. There might be anything going on where you just get this like, oh, I'm in love. I'm in love with life or energy or people or plans or something. So perfect way to start a new year. If you don't feel the energy of the Ace of Cups, it could be, as I said, that it's ebbing and flowing. You might get tintillating moments of feeling that way, or you may not be ready to recognize it yet. So do keep your, awareness about you for activation of this card. The second one is the Eight of Pentacles. He is usually represented by a guy that is methodical, practical, logical, hardworking. He doesn't shy away from the pressures of life. He takes his time, he works it out, and he gets through. So this is often showing signs that this is what you've been doing. Methodically going about, just taking your time and making sure you're doing things right. he is referencing most often finances or career. So there's a possibility here that some of you have been able to put some money away, either in a slight investment, or you've been diligently saving, or you've been careful with your spending, and you now might have a little nest egg or something that you can choose to spend, like a trip on or a big purchase item. There's a possibility for some of you it represents a reward coming from a boss who may give you a pay rise, or you may get a promotion. Sometimes this can be like money turning up from an inheritance or from a loan or a gift given to you. There's even a possibility that some of you could win something, because both of these here, you know, referencing money, and you've got the ace in there, and you had the destiny card as well. So there's a lot of good opportunities. Now, I was going to say golden opportunities because those coins are like golden globes. The other thing about the Eight of Pentacles, which I often think of, is it can reference a little bit of back pain, like lower back down through the hips, base of the spine, the organs in around that part of the body, down through the legs and to the knees. Some of you may need attention with this, whether it's through a Western doctor or through relief like massaging, Reiki, physiotherapy, x-rays. Some of you might need x-rays to figure out what's going on. You could be in pain there and you need to do something about it. Could be sports related injuries, or it could be more of a long-term thing. That's the other thing that comes to mind with that card. Now with the Temperance, she's very much about balance. She's balancing on the land with one foot on here and one in the water. She's pouring those jugs, balancing. This is also juggling, pouring things, balancing. Those two cards right next to each other are sending a similar message. They are talking to you about balancing things in your life. So whatever that means for you personally as an individual, try and figure out what the message is and where you need to condition it or activate it in your life. Temperance tells us balance our emotions in particular, balance our psyche, our spiritual awareness, balance the day and night, the female and male in us, balance your hormones. Sometimes this can indicate hormones out of balance for people, so check them out. Also, spending time outdoors in a place like that angel is. So if you can, with nature, by bodies of water is really good. But if you can't get to a body of water and you perhaps live in a city and it might even be winter and you think, God, who'd want to go outside in this freezing weather? Just even if you go out for 10 minutes and wrap up warm and find a park somewhere and just able to, marvel at the glory of the winter landscape can be just as beneficial as well. Being outdoors and connected to nature is beneficial for all of us regardless of the season. We come to this one here, and he's the Two of Pentacles, the juggler. So again, we've got juggling, we've got balance going on, and this time he talks to us a little bit more about money again. So even though it felt like there was money over here coming in, perhaps gifted or loaned or a bit of a windfall, you might suddenly go, oops, forgot, I had that insurance bill to pay. Now I do remember saying this in the original reading, the insurance issue came up. So for some reason, if some of you haven't paid an insurance bill or you've forgotten about it or you're not sure, go and check it now, because insurances seem to be, I'm being told, pay your insurance bills. For what reason, I'm not sure, but you know, they're really important in today's society with things like climate extremes and weather variations and earthquakes and stuff like that. So the Two of Pentacles can represent the coming and going of money in a month and suddenly finding an unexpected or a forgotten bill. Sometimes it means you will get this like payout one week and then your car might break down the next week, and that's an unexpected bill. So just try and temper the spending and put some away for the rainy day type issues. I've also seen this card turn up when we see people applying for jobs, so attending interviews, and sometimes this is away from the place where you live. So it might be overseas or interstate, and oftentimes you get offered the job or you're close to being offered it, but you're not necessarily 100% convinced. Sometimes that vibe that you give off can put a person, like an interviewer, off offering you the job. So if you think you really do want it and you've got the opportunity for an interview, make sure you have that vibration of wanting it when you go in, because there will be competition around and there will be others who want it too. So this card can represent a changing of address, a shifting of home, and across water or to a different country, and often associated for financial reasons. So things like a new career or a career shift, or it's things along those lines. I'm pretty sure that covers about everything I did say from the initial video. So let's put these ones away. And again, I don't have to do any more shuffling, but this was the deck we were using, was the Angel deck. And I did take from the 12th card down, and this was the one that came. And this is the Life Purpose. It really is a beautiful card, and again, it's not one I see come out often, to be honest. So to receive it is, you know, quite a special message within it, and it's not one that we have to really go too deeply into, because it will talk to you itself over a period of time. And again, I feel this card is worthy of more than just a month's message. It feels as though it could carry you through for a long time in the year. So let me read the words to you anyhow. This is the Life Purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. And he's sort of like a really old guru looking guy there, maybe an old Hindu worshipper or a Buddhist or something similar, and he has that timepiece in front of him, the sands of time. So the card often references, if you're concerned about your life purpose, which sometimes encompasses career options or your integrity values or your philosophical viewpoints or your just direction in life. And again, this can come up when we're going through things like the change of a decade, or we're going through big changes in life, and when the Destiny card comes in, you can be left wondering, what am I doing? What direction am I meant to go in? Well, it just said to you, don't worry about it. Focus on a purpose, and things will start to show up as feeling right, or synchronistically evolving. You know, trust in your gut instinct, connecting with your higher self, asking the celestial helpers, all of those type of things help guide you and direct you on your life purpose. And I think now more than ever before, many people feel a little bit bewildered or a bit uncertain or lost in a direction about, what do I want? Who do I want to be with? What do I believe anymore? Where is everything headed? Where do I head? So instead of using it as a kind of a worry or a frustrating perspective, to just feel into it gently, and as the card says there, don't worry about finding it, focus on serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. So it takes a little bit of thinking through, but I think it's a really powerful card that has a very cosmic message, and it does take time for it to filter through. It's a lovely way to end your reading, and it is quite powerful. And if we come back to the saying that we had for you, the mantra, which was, I speak up for myself, I claim my power now, I feel the love within situations and myself. So there's messages within the mantra, and there's messages within this last card, and they may not pop out straight away, but I do think you guys have had an exceptionally good reading, and I have really enjoyed doing it for you. So thank you all for joining us on the readings, for liking the video and subbing the channel and pushing the little bell on the side so that you get the uploads automatically. I love it when you leave your comments. Also, feel free to check your moon and rising signs because you may find just as wonderful messages there. Thank you again, everyone. Wishing you a wonderful January, a happy new year. Much love. Namaste.